hear me. Be my wife or girlfriend, not my mama. I'm going to say it again. We, men folk, want a woman, want their girlfriend to be just that. That is that person that we're cleaving to. I don't need my mama in my house. If that was the case, I shouldn't have grown up and I should have stayed, doing childish things and doing all the kind of craziness. What do you have to say there before I start jumping to some particular show?
Exactly what you said. I think you should go jumping right into it. I think that ladies, we tend to do some things that can mirror our mothers instead of mirroring our wife or girlfriend. In the girlfriend aspect, I wouldn't too much think that you'll be acting like a mama.
Okay.
But when you get to a wife and then things start happening, life starts happening, and then Greg is going to get into some things of what we tend to do, ladies.
Number one, don't reprimand your boyfriend or your husband. And what I mean by reprimand, please don't make him sit like he's on timeout in the corner. Because sometimes, as I've learned from the past, and I know will continue into the future, I can't out-argue my wife. My wife will say 400 words to my 50. So for me, I already have that resigned in my mind. When it comes to certain interactions, I understand my place. Not saying that she's below me, I'm above her. No, I know my place. I'm not there to argue with my wife. But please, no reprimanding or putting in the corner or in the bad boy's chair of your husband or your boyfriend. Please do never do that. And please, one thing, and this is a pet peeve of mine personally. I'm happy my wife doesn't do this. And I've heard, some of my interactions with some of my good people have told me that whole situation where, sometimes they try to get too close to the mother and then start trying to emulate certain things of what the mama was doing, and now they want to bring that stuff into the household. Please, there's a point of understanding that you may can glean some wisdom from our elders and glean some insight into certain things that man may desire, may like, maybe a particular food, stuff like that. But when you start trying to take stuff to another level, and that level of emulation, especially dealing with that mama, that's not. I can feel my mother. I can feel my wife's. See. I feel my wife ready to say something. Say it.
I don't think I emulated your mother at all.
No. I had to catch myself. That was a Freudian slip. No, I wasn't. You wasn't. No. I want you to share on that point about sometimes when you get to the point where not only how emulation can be a little bit wrong, because there are some ladies out there who sometimes try to do that thinking to try to be too much like the young man's mama or the husband's mama, and sometimes how that can actually be a detrimental relationship. Do you feel that?
I feel that also. I feel that, but I feel that when you ladies, we tend to especially when we're mothers, we tend to not so much be like our mothers, but we have that saying where, oh my goodness, I'm acting like my mother. However, you can act like your mother or be that mother, like I said, go clean up your room, go do this, go do that, go do that. But your spouse is not your child. You do not need to be in a mama's tone with your spouse. Your spouse you don't have to be militant with your spouse. Go do that because I said to do that. He's your friend, and that's what you want to make sure that you understand, that he's your friend and he's not your son. So that's what you need to get to understand.
Say that last part again.
He's your friend and not your son.
Come
on.
And
you need to be his number one motivator in that aspect. Because son, different role than you are, friend. So you stay in that friend. So here's some things, ladies, that you can write down for you, how things that you could do not to be his mama, but to be his friend. Approach him in a nice way. Remind him of, that it's his turn to take the dishes and not to do the dishes and take out the garbage, but not tell him, it was your turn to take out why you didn't do that? Because we could go on that road, because the kids we have to be reminders as moms. Now take out that, you could do a gently reminder to your husband. He's not your son. Hun, Is it possible that the garbage just didn't get to be taken out or stuff like that? And you have to develop that over time, a communication that the way to supporting a supportive space. Because if you don't feel supported, and he's may not do no more. So so he has to feel supported. And another thing, calm and respectful way. You have to be respectful. I respect my husband. I respect what he does. I respect that he's my friend first and he's not my son. So that is where we need to make sure that, and the last part is, in a nutshell, we're treating our husband like our child, and we need to be more like a wife. So that's in a nutshell.
Well, as you can see, fellas out there, if you want to call in at 347-996-3160, there's a lot of wisdom being shared right now. There's some wisdom being shared. I picked the right one. I know I picked the right one. But, for those of you who are on our Facebook page, remember, go like the Facebook page, Couple Motivators on Facebook, facebook.com/The Couple Motivators. You should be joining, leaping over into your computer right now, making sure that you're taking advantage of the opportunity to be connected with us, because there's some great things coming down the pike. Now, we're at number 3.